Mrs. Addis, Part 4. The man picked up the stretcher and carried it into the next room. Then silently each wrung the mother by the hand and went away. She waited until they had shut the door. Then she came towards the shed. Crouch, one more fell a shivering. He couldn't bear it. No, he'd rather be hanged than face Mrs. Addis. He heard the key turn in the lock and he nearly screamed. But she did not come in. She merely unlocked the door, then crossed the kitchen with a heavy, dragging footstep and shut herself in the room where Tom was. Peter Crouch knew what he must do, the only thing she wanted him to do, the only thing he could possibly do. He opened the door and silently went out. Sheila K. Smith. So, in this lesson, we see Miss Addis, whose son has been unintentionally killed by her son's childhood friend, Peter Crouch. Despite that, when Peter seeks refuge in her house to avoid getting caught by the keepers, she lets him in and decides to forgive him. Cherry Tree. Ruskin Bond, born in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh in 1934. Ruskin Bond has written hundreds of short stories, essays, novellas, and more than 30 books for children. His first novel, The Room on the Roof, written when he was 17, received the John Llewellyn Rhys Memorial Prize in 1957. He has also published 2 volumes of autobiography, Scenes from a Writer's Life, and The Lamp is Lit, a collection of essays and episodes from his journal. In 1992, he received the Sahitya Akademi Award for English Writing in India. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999. Ruskin Bond lives with his adopted family in Mussoorie, Uttarakhand. The poem Cherry Tree is about the poet's ecstasy over a tree which he planted that took 8 years to grow. He is expressing his wonder at the ways of nature and how the cherry blossoms are fragile and quick to fall. The tree gives him immense joy as he can see the stars and the blue sky through the dappled green tree. Cherry Tree. 8 years have passed since I placed my cherry seed in the grass. Must have a tree of my own, I said, and watered it once and went to bed. And forgot but cherries have a way of growing, though no one is caring very much or knowing. And suddenly that summer, near the end of May, I found a tree had come to stay. It was very small 5 months child, lost in the tall grass running wild. Goats ate the leaves, the grass cutter split it apart, and a monsoon blade shriveled the slender stem. Even so, next spring I watched three new shoots grow. The youngest tree struggled, upward thrust, its arm in a fresh, fierce lust for light and air and sun. I could only wait as one who watched wandering while time and the rain made a miracle from green growing pain. I went away next year, spent a season in Kashmir, came back thinner, rather poor, but richer by a cherry tree at my door. 6 feet high, my own dark cherry, and I could scarcely believe it a berry, ripened and jeweled in the sun, hung from a branch, just one. And next year there were blossoms small, pink, fragile, quick to fall, at the merest breath, the sleepiest breeze. I lay on the grass at ease, looking up through leaves at the blue, blind sky at the finches as they flew, and flitted through the dappled green, while bees in an ecstasy drank of nectar from each bloom, and the sun sank swiftly, and the stars turned in the sky, and moon moths and singing crickets, and I, yes I, praised night and stars and tree, The small, the cherry, grown by me. Ruskin Bond. The poem Cherry Tree by Ruskin Bond has multiple themes, including resilience and beauty of nature. The poem celebrates the cherry tree's ability to thrive in harsh conditions and inspires readers to appreciate and protect nature. Perseverance. The cherry tree is a symbol of perseverance and the ability to overcome adversity. Struggle. The poem describes the difficulties Rakesh faces as he plants a seed that eventually grows into a cherry tree. Growth. The poem explores the theme of growth. Responsibility. The poem explores the theme of responsibility. Pride. The poem explores the theme of pride. Dedication. The poem explores the theme of dedication. So, in The Cherry Tree by Ruskin Bond, we have the theme of struggle, resilience, dedication, conflict, growth, responsibility, and pride. And it is focused on a cherry tree, that how it survives. Overall, the poem gives a message about the tree's resilience and its determination to grow despite all odds. In the same way, humans too can overcome the obstacles that they face in life and become resilient like the cherry tree. And in the relationship between human and nature and the need to appreciate the and preserve the natural world. The poem is a comment on the social problem of deforestation. So overall, the summary is that the poem Cherry Tree is about the ecstasy of the poet over a plant which he has seeded 8 years ago. It was a seed of cherry tree which took 8 years to grow. In the poem, Ruskin Bond expresses his wonder at the nature works hard to survive in difficult conditions against all odds.